Well, I'm starting this quickie update file here in the latter part of the day. It'll be dark in about a half an hour or a little more. But I thought it deserved to have a look. Right now, it's in that wonderful part of the year when things look great. I just got done sweeping up all of this landscaping. I'm thinking about adding some more 5-gallon pots up and down this little area here. Reason being, I've had such a great year compared to past years of sprouting. Look at the Swiss chard come up. That little bucket was lousy for a Swiss chard. Maybe I'll put somebody in there and see how it grows. But look at the squash. Damn. And the cucumbers, same thing. I got this everywhere. I keep trying to transplant them out. Stuff really loves to grow in these pots because the roots get warmed. That's the plus. But the bad part is, unlike the ground, the moisture goes away very quickly. So it's sometimes 6 one, half dozen the other, depending on the conditions. Right now, these pots are by far outgrowing the ground, as you'll see. So you just keep an idea of how big these squash plants are. And wait till I show you the ones that I got at the nursery ahead of sprouting these. And by the way, that's been my experience, is that when you sprout them, they actually grow faster, or as fast as the ones you plant ahead of time thinking you're going to get a jump on the season. So at this point, I'm up to recommending sprout your own seeds for squash and cucumbers and things. Maybe for everything if you can. There's some more Swiss chard in here. As I was taking chunks of it out of the barrels because it's only got so much room, I'm probably going to have to take some other chunks of it out and put them in something. All right, so quick look. These are the cabbages, I believe, and they're not doing horrible, but I just gave them all some Miracle-Gro, the second helping of Miracle-Gro. This is the broccoli. They had little heads that came on them, and I had to snip them all off because it was starting to go to seed on a couple of them, so I just snipped them off. Over here, snow peas and bush beans. Those are bush beans, and there's some room on the end for me to put something. I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to be pulling some stuff out and putting them in there. These are the squash that I bought at the nursery. See what I mean? They are not as big and healthy as the ones are in those pots. They are just not. The tomato plants, these here seem to be going rather slowly. I don't know if we'll eventually get some good ones here. I'm not even sure which type these are. I think they might be the small tomatoes. There's 4 of them here and 2 in the next row. I think they're the cherry tomatoes, which is why they look small. They tend to have a smaller habit. So, in fact, let me see. We do have some growing already on them. Yep, these are got to be the small tomatoes. See them? One there, one there. So there's a few of them. Here's some transplants from my pots of the squash. Didn't look at first like they were going to take, but they have. I'm trying to transplant some of the millions of cucumbers I have in the pots, and there's the ones that I actually planted right in the ground, and they're doing great. But there's also these here that I haven't. Over here, this is really a telltale thing. There's a lot of weeds in here that I got to weed out, small weeds. I've been doing pretty good. But look at this. This is the Swiss chard. Remember the Swiss chard over there? This is the Swiss chard I planted in here at the same time, roughly the same time. Pathetic by comparison. Truly pathetic. Maybe they'll grow big eventually. I don't know. I'll let it survive. Once it starts dying out, and then I'll reappropriate this just to growing something else. And then we go down this row of the rest of the tomatoes, except for 3. I think these are the early girls. And I think the next ones are the better boys. I got little plug-ins there. I think they are. It might be the other way around. These might be the early girls. Those might have been the better boys. But they're beefsteakers. These are Brussels sprouts. This is how they're looking. I don't get anything from them until freaking November. Sometimes October, but usually I don't harvest them until November. They love the frost. In fact, it makes them pop them out faster. So those plants there, those are peppers, And you know, I had 2 peppers in this pot over here, and one through an accident got, you know, damaged. I'm thinking of taking one of them out. Look how much bigger this pepper is than those over there. So I'm probably going to steal one of those peppers out and put it in the pot, and then use this as a position for, I don't know, something else. But the pots are definitely beating the ones in the ground. And then the last 3 of the tomato plants. All the cages are up. There's some squashes I transplanted from my own. Here's ones that I got at the nursery. We'll see how much of this we get. I haven't implemented any of the cages. We do have a woodchuck. He's under my shed. I'd love to either catch him or maybe fumigate him out. I keep thinking that would be easy to do. So that's kind of where things are at. That's the quick tour. Here is the Jerusalem artichokes. Back there is some catmint, that purple stuff. And there's not a lot in here. I could probably put some more things in here, maybe even in pots if I wanted to. And I just might put some more plastic down here and just put pots on it. I don't know. We'll dig the dirt out of here and then just and then grow it in pots. The pots make it easy because you can always move them around. Right in here, right there, I planted a whole bunch of seeds for giant sunflowers. Judy had planted just a few, and I think she was very stingy about it. I looked at the packet, there's a gazillion of them, so I put a whole bunch in. So we'll see if we can't get something to spring up there to get them germinated. I gotta look at the packet and see what the date is on it, you know, expiration date. And there's my ever-loving barrel. You know what I need to do with this barrel is let it get down to the bottom and tip the last of it upside down and just wash it out with the really good with the hose, because there's a lot of crap. But then I got to thinking, I wonder if that crap isn't actually good for the garden, you know, like natural mulch or compost, because it's definitely composting. It comes from tree droppings and all kinds of stuff that get in there, and then it rots and goes to the bottom. Almost seems like that might be good to water with. I don't know. I know people use fish emulsions and all kinds of others, so maybe that's an emulsion. So I don't know. I'm kind of ambivalent on that. Before I do it, I want to look into it a little bit. And yeah, all around here you see the border wall. And I've taken several walks around that to make sure it's secure from varmints. And I want a secure border wall here around the garden. I guess that's pretty much it.